The brigade is on, folks. Get in and actively counter the brigade. Having an openly racist person on, downvote. Do not have him again, please. I noticed lately you guys are not up to date with the internet, but this is a whole new level of out of touch. They dislike botted the video immediately. Lol, it's at 2.5k dislikes. Well, we'll look at like what they're saying. And they just can't comprehend how like journalists are still covering this guy in a positive way. What the fuck is going on? And it's like, dude, why do you think? Glazed like a Christmas ham, but you've earned it. Thanks for reading. That's my book, Lamau. Oh yeah, Nathan. That was fantastically written. Chat, what do you expect? He's a bad guy. I've been watching him for years, but I think he sucks.
Jeez, Hasan really hates criticism. It's like this guy is just totally bewildered by the fact that people don't like him outside of his niche of cooked out trust fund commies. This time, Hasan is being absolutely roasted in the comment section of the latest Trash Taste podcast. It looks like their community is really disappointed in them platforming Hasan, which isn't exactly a shocker. The guy is a controversial figure, and this isn't a political podcast. They probably should have seen this coming. And Hasan is taking this about as well as you would expect. Every single time this guy is faced with any sort of serious criticism, this guy tries to act like those criticisms are not legitimate. And it's just destiny sending his community to brigade him. Hasan, serious question, dude. Is Destiny's community in the room with us right now? Are you okay? Also, do you not see the irony in telling your chat to go counter the critics in the comment section of this video? You are describing these critics as a brigade, while you go tell your community to go brigade the comment section. Dude, make it make sense.
Bro, just watch the Trash Taste episode. It was great, but the comment section is absolute brain rot. Big Redditor energy. I don't know what the I don't know how the fuck you deal with so much hate on the regular. I think that the existence of the second Trash Taste podcast episode is how I get away with it, or how I deal with it. I have great friends in this industry. I have great friends that are normies. I have a fantastic network of family and friends that I rely on, and that all of that Redditor noise is simply just noise. Okay? That's it. But yes, Trash Taste, my new Trash Taste episode is out. And we will be taking a look at it later as well.
Yeah, Hasan does have great friends, just like those buddies of his that just wrote those puff pieces on him, trying to clean up his image.
Thanks for reading. That's my book, Lamau. Hell yeah, Nathan. That was fantastically written. Chat, what do you expect? Do you expect Nathan to be like, this guy fucking sucks? He sucks. He sucks ass. He's a bad guy. I've been watching him for years, but I think he sucks.
I'm sure this isn't a part of this same PR tour. Anyway, let's see what people say about Hasan when he can't ban them out of his chat. I'm sure it's nothing but nice and positive things, talking about how he's such a great political commentator.
We love sweaty anime men featuring Hasan Piker. Mr. President, the second Piker has hit the Trash Taste. Why would you do this, Hasan? Really? The endorser? Shame. I noticed lately you guys are not up to date with the internet, but this is a whole new level of out of touch. Having an openly racist person on, downvote. Do not have him again, please. Holy too bad. I get irritated from just seeing his face. The guy has said so many profoundly idiotic things that I honestly cannot listen to a word from him. The brigade is on, folks. Get in and actively counter the brigade.
Is it really that shocking to Hasan that he isn't liked by everyone? It's like the guy believes that anyone that dislikes him or what he stands for has some sort of ulterior motive. Hasan, you do know that the majority of the country isn't a bunch of trust fund commies, right? You aren't liked by the right, and even a big portion of the left. So you really shouldn't be that surprised when you hop on some random podcast and get absolutely roasted by their community. Politics is quite divisive after all, right? And what's even more funny is this guy is constantly complaining about Brigade this, Brigade that. Then he says on stream, get in and counter the Brigade. I don't think you realize that this just comes off as you trying to brigade your critics and hide under the pretenses of you actually countering it.
They botted the video immediately. Lol, it's at 2.5K dislikes. You really upset the weebs this time? Yeah. Two-hour podcast, the comments from an hour ago. Yeah, no, these people don't care. They are, in every sense of the word, these guys operate in the same exact way that the woke liberal social justice warrior brigade operated. Okay? They hated the wokes when they did this stuff, but they became what they hated. Okay? They don't care. They're just like, oh, I saw Hasan and I hate him. Why are you doing this? This is quite problematic. Okay? Jesus, guys, really? This goes beyond left and right, or we don't engage in politics. This guy's insane. Perhaps the people that had me on the podcast, okay, know who I am better than random people who have only been primed into hating because they watched drama farmers with no politics whatsoever, with no understanding of the world whatsoever, just actively farming hatred. It has to be the Luffy comparison? No, it has nothing to do with that. Whichever chatter decided to bring up this dumb drama. No, I don't think it's valid to just say this is dumb drama. I think this is good to see.
You gotta love how he reads off the guy in chat saying, they botted the video. The absolute bubble these guys live in is just hilarious. Thinking that their streamer is just widely liked outside of their niche of lefties. But what's even more funny though is that they have fostered this type of sentiment against themselves. Look what people like Hasan do on a daily basis. They call people they politically disagree with horrible, disgusting people, literally on a daily basis, all day long. They act like a disagreement in politics is a reason to hate someone. Then, when that type of mentality causes their streamer some strife, all of a sudden they try to act like they're above this, and that this type of behavior is low or something. Come on now. Y'all just don't like it when that energy comes after you. These guys are just farming hatred, says the guy with 500 videos roasting TikTok hogs.
But it is obviously insanely brigaded. There's you live rent-free in so many people's heads. Saw someone hating on you in the comments of the Ted Nivison and Tucker's new pod that didn't even mention you just because you're friends with Ted. Yeah. This is the most common tactic I've seen from sex pestinies community. Everything you guessed on, they will comment something like, as a longtime fan, this was too far, I'm unsubscribing. Meanwhile, they never commented on any other episode. Yeah. I'm like real life friends with these people. I don't think they understand that. The Blue Lock take is dead on, by the way, so you're right. Oh, absolutely. It is crazy how effective it is for the haters when you just ignore them. It genuinely makes them so angry. Yeah. And it's really interesting because they just don't understand. They because sometimes we'll stare into the darkness on this broadcast. Like, we'll look at like what they're saying, and they just can't comprehend how like journalists are still covering this guy in a positive way. What the is going on? And it's like, dude, why do you think?
Sheesh, one chatter says, Hasan lives rent-free in so many people's heads. Then literally, The next chatter immediately talks about destiny. Does anybody see the irony here? Who is really living rent-free in whose head? Because every single time Hasan is criticized, he or his community instantly fingered destiny as the guy talking about him. Every single time Hasan is criticized, he or his community instantly fingered destiny, talking about him like he's some sort of boogeyman or something, all while they say he's obsessed and that Hasan is living rent-free. Oh, the fucking trauma. The irony is just too much. And you're saying this bit about people not being able to comprehend that journalists are still covering you positively? Bro, get over yourself. A couple of your longtime viewers wrote a couple articles sucking you off. This proves nothing but them just not being able to understand what a conflict of interest is. Or just not caring.
You are so out of touch, holy hell. No, brother, I'm not the one who's out of touch. The people that are going, we hate you because we think this person is an evil person, me, okay? We think your friend that you know better, okay, is actually secretly an evil person because we've seen YouTube videos from fucking rabid haters is an active line of attack. The assumption that you as a random commentator, a random commenter online is not out of touch, but I am, because what you expect in terms of like retaliation towards someone like myself is not matching the reality is hilarious. How do you not understand that? Things will keep shocking you over and over again if you are so echo chambered and hug boxed that you genuinely believe that I am considered a fucking lolcow by anyone that is a normal human being who goes outside. Okay? That's the problem. You're like a fucking 40-year-old dude on Twitch right now being like, you're the one who's out of touch, Hasan, because in spite of the fact that you are one of the most popular fucking content creators on Twitch, I still think, me and my homies think you're a bad guy. And the more you don't realize that other people don't see it the way that you do, the more you just make up conspiracies in your mind. You can say womp womp all day, but the real womp is happening to you, old man. Calm down. That's the problem here. People go, oh, dude, he must actually secretly have a QAnon-style level of control over both Reddit and Twitch and Twitter and every other platform and also all of news media. You know what I mean? And at no point do you go, let me exercise a little bit of critical thinking. Perhaps me and the homies in the Discord that we're in might be a little wrong. Nope. Everyone else is. Society is. Anyway. I'm a big streamer on Twitch, so my opinion is better than yours. The take, to be honest, that's not what I said. You're choosing to misunderstand my point.
Jesus, does this guy not realize how much of a butthurt loser he sounds like when he tries to make fun of one of his critics by calling them old? Bro, you're like 33, 34 years old. He does this to Ethan as well, calling him like 60 or something. The guy always likes to overinflate people's age as if it's like an own or something. Not only does this guy think he's a teenager, he acts like one too. Even his own subscribers can see he's being petty and stupid. Which is why that guy called him out for essentially saying his opinion is correct because he's a micro-niche internet celebrity. And that whole bit about being a lolcow, like, dude, the way you crash out at every person that doesn't like or disagrees with you kinda does make you a lolcow, dude.
My point is, if you're actively engaging in like toxic circles online where the assumption is that like I am this unimaginably evil person, okay? And then what your expectations don't match the reality of the situation every time there's like a positive news article or something that comes out and you just like go further and further into this mania. I'm trying to explain to you that there is a reason why most people don't see me the way that you do. And it's not because they have been sheltered from the truth. It's because you have deluded yourself into thinking that I'm an evil villain. This is also an ironically bad faith way to approach what I was saying.
I'm not so sure, man. It really does sound like the one that has deluded themselves is you and your community. And what is actually happening here is that Hasan's expectations aren't matching up with reality when it comes to the response in the comment section of this video.
The truth about you that all these people talk about is on air for 8 hours every day. Yeah. You can make up your own mind. I believe you. Okay. If you're a hater and you're in here, I promise you, you have the capacity to make up your own mind. Make up your own mind. Be your own man. Okay. Nobody wants to believe they're duped. I know, but you know, if your expectations don't match reality so consistently, at a certain point, you got to realize, like, maybe I'm being fucking duped. Gremlin made a good point about people being duped this morning. People only dig deeper when you tell them they're duped. You have to ask them questions and lead them to the correct conclusion without making them feel like the dumbass they are. That is also true. That is true. But that's why I also try to be as charitable as possible. Why are they calling you? What are they calling you anti for? I just got back. Brother, what do you think? This. What do you think, dude? What do you think they're calling me anti for? That's it. Anyway. What else? What else can we? Oh, let's finish this Doge one up before I get into playing Marvel Rivals.
Checking account. A person who overspends, he says, usually goes bankrupt. We're spending more than we're taking in, and he's saying we've got to start cutting. And that's just, you might not like it, you might lose your job, but he's saying we don't have a choice.
6,700 IRS workers are going to lose their jobs. And there is some personal stories of people coming in, they're locked out of their computer.
I think it's also in large parts their efforts of attempts at isolating you and smearing you as failing. Their frustration at the reality that their voices in their circles aren't actually as important as they thought shows them ultimately how insignificant they are. Yeah.
This guy and his community are huffing on those fumes just a little bit too much. It's like they don't understand that everything they say about Hasan's opposition goes double for him and his community. It's like they're trying to beat people to the punch of criticizing them by just accusing the other side of everything they are doing themselves. This guy just really can't help himself. Anyway, what do you guys think? Is Hasan's community massive hypocrites, or am I just wrong? Alright guys, if you liked the video, hit that like button and subscribe, and if you want to see more content like this, YouTube thinks you're going to like this video right here.